your coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. I hope you are well wherever you are. And today I want us to share something about yesterday game that was played at Nyayo Stadium, Kenya vs Zambia friendly game. But before we start, I want to give you a very important quote that I want you to remember all your life and even thereafter. Bill Shankly, the most famous Liverpool coach. He was Scottish, football player and a manager, and he managed Liverpool team from 1959 to 1973 when he retired from managing Liverpool. And it is during his time when Liverpool was promoted once again to the top tier after 5 years of absence. But this is what he said. He said, you should aim for the sky and not for the ceiling. Because if you aim for the skies, even if you don't make it, you will be among the stars. But if you aim for the ceiling, you may not even leave the ground. This is very important, and it is important for us to understand that we must always aim high. And this is something that we must share all over. We must teach our children to aim high. It is one of the most important things in life. Aim high in anything that you want to do. Now, let us go straight to the point. Yesterday game, 9th of October 2020 game, friendly, Zambia vs Kenya. The game, what I want to talk about, it's what as Kenyans I think we should do. Because I watched the whole game, and I have one or two things that I want to share with every Kenyan. Now, yes, we won, but we know why. Because a disallowed goal that belonged to Zambia was not given to Zambia. So there we gain an advantage. But we also must celebrate the goal that was scored by Cliff Nyakea. That was a great goal coming from the wing. It was a great goal, a long ball, but those goals don't come often. Therefore, what do we need to do as Kenyans so that we are comfortable in the game, we can play good, we can entertain, and we can always make sure that our players are enjoying their game? If you look at the Zambia team, they actually overplayed us. Whether this is true, they overplayed us. In midfield, they were dominating. They were passing the ball well, 1-2 touch. Now, also in our box, they played okay, and they missed a few chances, but that's okay. That's expected, and that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about in regard to our Kenyan team, it is about playing, starting play from the back, distributing the ball from the back. So the keeper being a main player, when being the starting point, and using the defenders, as much as possible, so that we can build forward as a team. This is going to help our team, because our team was panicking. Our team was playing a very high tempo game, running all over the place for no reason. This can be counteracted. We need to learn, and we need to teach not just players who are in Harambee Stars. We need to have a philosophy where all our youth teams, all the way to the grassroots, uko mashinani, they are starting play from the back, so that they don't panic, so that they can they can play with composure. They can be comfortable in the game. And once we do that, it is going to help our players also to understand passing very well from the back and build the game forward through the midfield and from both both wings. This is very important. So the way we played yesterday, it was somehow a defensive game, and this is okay when we play friendlies. This is okay when we play teams that are not good. But once we get at another stage, competitive stage, and we start playing against strong and better teams, we are going to struggle. We need to be comfortable in all the areas of the field. The defense need to be comfortable. Midfield, we need to be comfortable, and then in our final third, we need to be very comfortable and not be panicking all the time when we get the ball in the box. Now, I want to talk about finishing. Finishing which is also another term for scoring goals. Finishing is very important, but in Kenya, we struggle a lot when it comes to finishing. But this, we cannot blame players. This is to do with the coaching. And I want to say that in Kenya, we actually really need to develop a very good coaching philosophy, and we need to teach finishing a lot. This is an area we need to concentrate a lot, because if you look, for example, even the entire of Africa, the only world-class striker to have come from Africa in recent years is just Drogba. So we have a problem across Africa with the finishing. And even FIFA has said about this. But then we don't need to focus, on the rest of Africa. We need to know about us as a country, Kenya. How are we going to sort this finishing problem so that we can score many goals? We can always hope on our players that they are going to score. Players should be able to be comfortable in front of the box and finishing. We need to develop players who instinctively know where the net is, even with their eyes closed. This is to do with finishing, and there is a lot to be taught in regard to finishing. The techniques of finishing. There are so many. How do you finish? How do you score? How do you approximate where the net is, the weight of the ball, the style of shooting? All of these players need to learn a lot of these styles, and it is up to them to judge which style suits them, at that moment in time when they need to finish or when they need to score. We are missing a lot of chances that we should be finishing, but this will be sorted by developing a coaching philosophy all the way from the grassroots. So 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we are not struggling with this same problem of finishing. Now, when I say that we need to develop play from the back and we need to start from the keeper, our keeper need to be our player number one so that he originates the play. Now, yesterday I saw a chance where I counted 16 seconds. Imagine, 16 seconds where the keeper had the ball and did not start play. This is the goal kick I'm talking about. And what this did is that it gave a lot of time to the Zambian players. They marked as well, and then it was difficult to start the ball. So then the keeper is forced to boot the ball forward. But we need to start that to restart the game very quickly. When it's a goal kick, the goalkeeper need to not waste more than 3 seconds and start from from either wings, or even pass to the either he can start from either wing, basically, or the center backs. All of that play, I want to see entertaining play there, because again, we need to think about entertaining games in Kenya, because without entertaining football, we are losing a lot of fans, and this has contributed to the reason why our stadiums are empty. So how do we now re-engineer our football so that it is entertaining? Again, it goes back to the grassroots, so that we have a philosophy that concentrate on entertaining game, that also concentrate on making sure that we have good strikers, we have good midfielders, we have good defenders. This, I can promise you, all these problems are related with the coaching style in the country. Therefore, once the revolution takes place and we have dealt with the issue of football governance in the country and football management, the next level now is how do we deal with the issue of coaching across the grassroots. We need to have a very good coaching coaches education, so that they can empower the grassroots players. And I'm telling you, if all this happen together, you are going to see a changed Kenyan football. But again, this cannot happen when we have a federation that has failed the country. Therefore, this is why I keep saying there are so many issues in regard to football development that we need to talk about. But at this moment in time, we are forced to just talk about the revolution and about dealing with the issues of governance and the issues of FKF, because these are the most burning issues. But there are so many issues that we need to talk about in regard to Kenyan football. But like I said, right now the front war is about dealing with FKF. So I hope that what I have shared with you It's going to help especially grassroots coaches so that they can understand why the kind of football that we are playing in the country is not helping our country, especially when it comes to our national team. We are struggling to win games, yeah. And you see, we struggle to score. We score accidentally, or the other team concedes an own goal, and we keep counting on that. This is how we qualified for the last Africa Cup of Nations qualification. I said then it was a circumstantial qualification, and along the way we struggled the way we are starting. So I hope that the players were tired. We know that the players have not trained, but also we need to look why we keep struggling and why the last Africa Cup of Nations, even Ghana had to score own goal for us to qualify. So we should not be struggling at this point. We need to identify the problems very quick and we can fix them. Therefore, I hope once again that this video is going to help us, yeah, open our eyes and understand how we can deal with the football problems in the country, not just the governance, but also in the pitch, yeah. But for me, I did not want to criticize any player. I don't want to criticize any coach. I just want to give advice based on what I saw and what I think we should do when it comes to football playing. Enjoy your day, and I leave you in peace. I'm gone.